we're going to be starting work on the level, aren't we? So I got a nice big chunk of wood, put it in, tapped it, checked it with an independent level. Yeah, and it's as level as we're ever going to need it to be. So that's going to be our benchmark, isn't it? So we can rebuild the other level now, can't we? Hold on. We can finally get round to, where did I put it? Oh, that's what happens here. You put something down and you never see it again. Where did we? We've got the brass bit. Where's the wood bit? We had it out the other day, didn't we? Did we put it on here? The bubble is here. Yeah, the bubble there, right. So, what did we do with the level? So we can work on the level now. I've got the putty. So we can begin to put this is nicely good in a solid. So let's cut that and sand it, and cut that and sand the top of it. And we've confirmed ourselves a nice level block to work on. As level as we'll ever need it. Well, we've cut them off as try to keep above this, and now we've got enough room to sand that down to there, cut it off a bit north of where we want to be, and then sand down towards it, and hopefully come down to this level without taking too much of this level off, you know. Let's give that a bash. We've cut them off and we've filed them down one file pass at a time until we think we are there. Look, they're not sticking up at all, are they? Look, ooh, slightly maybe. Yeah, so just cut back down to them nice and slowly, nice and steadily. I was thinking of just running a pass over this. Just look, it looks pretty rough anyway, doesn't it? The bubble that matters. I think that's what I'll do. I'll just give this a little sanding. Just take the surface off, because see here, look, it's not really dead smooth, is it? No. We'll do that, I think. So we'll give it a bit of a sanding, smooth it all off. It's going to be great. We've got the bubble. There's a slight curve on the bubble. The bubble isn't level. There's a high point. Look. Where can we see it? See there? Look. So it needs to go that way. Makes the difference. See? When it's like that, that's not right. So I think it'll find its own level, and when we put it in, yeah. Anyway, let's I don't know how much putty we're going to put in. A little hand rolled bit of putty. I didn't know whether there was paper underneath to stop the reflection or something, or reflect the light. When I took this out, there seemed to be a piece of paper all the way underneath here. I'm thinking of putting white paper or a bit of white tape or something, just to try and reflect the light up to easier to see the bubble. Just this, we know this is level. We know we've checked this independently, so this is level and it's clamped in tight. So now we know the level is sitting on here. We want it below the surface, so we're gently pushing it into the putty without breaking it, without putting too much pressure on it, and just until we just gently get it in the middle, and slow enough it's not going to break itself. When we screw the plate on, there's a danger of it damaging it, isn't it? So it's low enough in there, and we just gently nudge it. Let's get out nice and Right, is it? No, it's not above the surface. No, just below the surface. Where's the bubble now? Needs to go that way slightly, I think. Just ever so slightly. That looks okay. That looks okay. Yeah, it's as level as we're ever gonna need a level. Oh, we're just bringing it back to life, really, aren't we? Yeah, that's looking not bad at all. Yeah, just a tweak that way. Tweak it there, that's it. It's looking pretty damn good. Yeah, wow. So this curves down slightly. Yeah, it's going to sit there nicely. So the next question is, do we put brass ones? We've got brass ones. Or do we put what was in there originally? There was steel in there originally, wasn't there? Little baby steel ones. And that's what was in there, little baby steel ones. Now they don't look as nice. But what do? Do you put it back to where you found it? Because we've got them, little baby steel ones. Or do we put nice brass ones in there? Brass ones would look nicer, wouldn't they? So before you commit to whatever you're going to do with this sort of thing, it's always best to just little steel stubby ones in there. Always check what you've got in your other boxes. Little ones there. Right, not them, right. It's always worth just having a little rummage around, see what you've got available. Got those there, haven't we? Got these here, they're brass, I think. Are they brass or steel? No, they're steel, aren't they? Yeah. These are brass, but too small. Yeah, brass too small. What's in there? These are almost like a copper coloured thing. No, are they brass? No, they're not the ones I was thinking of. These are bigger ones, long ones. These are the ones, look. They're not. Open that up. No, that's steel ones. They're no good for what we want today. What did I see? These. Yeah. We can use them ones, can't we? Or we can use them down there. What have we got? Little baby ones in there, haven't we? Little tiny ones. Too small for what we want. Yeah. That's them disappearing screw things. What's in here? These are these ones, look. They're not brass. I think they're more like copper looking than brass. Yeah. They're not quite as shiny as. We've got the brass ones over there. What did we have in here? Did we check that one out? Yeah, it's always worth double checking, making sure you're happy with the choice you've made. So this is a little countersunk head. So we want to really put a little hole in there, but we want to make sure it's right in the middle. And we were recommended these, weren't we? And we'd never seen them before, and you'd think you'd never use them. But look at this, look at this. We find the right size. It's going to go in there. This is going to go exactly. We can easily judge this in here. We can just make a little gentle tap or even a push. And that is going to find exactly the middle of the hole so that we can just get a beginning on that screw. Wow. First of all, I didn't even know these things existed. And second of all, now we've got them. We're so pleased we got them. So pleased they were recommended to us. Wow. It's funny, isn't it? You think, oh, all right then. Never seen them before. Let's give them a bash. And look, they're coming in. They're coming in lovely for this job. Wow, wow, wow. You just never know, do you? So, thank you very much for a fantastic recommendation. For if you want to actually find the very center of a particular hole. The very center, not your center, not the sort of center on a squiff or whatever. The actual machine center of a hole. Wow. Who knew? Who knew we'd use these more often than we thought, and that we didn't even know they existed? So, who remembers how quite rough this was when it first came in? Wow, we know why that paper was there now. Look, we should have put putty along here as we pushed it down. It pushed the putty along but didn't fill the gap. But anyway, we can still see where the bubble goes. We drilled a hole bigger and plugged it, didn't we? We put a little screw in there. We put high screws here. Now, this is a Reggie special. I screwed this in before I'd realised this one is slightly bigger than that one. So I'm not likely to put a smaller one in, am I? So that had to stay, really, or else you're only knacker the hole up. So this is what's making this one an individual Reggie level repair, because one screw's bigger than the rest. And we've put a little screw in there, look, and we were able to get the hole spot on, weren't we? We were able to get the hole spot on. This is going to be fine. It was looking battered and sad, wasn't it? It's great for what we want to do with it now. It's just lovely. And of course you learn a lesson. And the lesson, we've learned how to fix this hole here, haven't we? We decided here, rather than mess with them, just put screws that were going to go past the hole underneath, and we cleaned the hole out, didn't we? That's the way we've decided to deal with that. And we've learned how to put a hole smack on in the middle, haven't we? So yeah, it's all a learning curve. Next time we'll probably be a bit more cautious, because we have got more to do. We have got another one to do, haven't we? Yeah. And maybe next time don't put creosote in it. This would have looked lovely if I hadn't have drowned it with creosote, but I felt it was beginning to perish and rot away. So the only thing I had was creosote. So I've put the creosote in it. It hasn't done it any favours, but no doubt it's kept it alive, hasn't it? And that's the whole point of the thing. We decided it was about 135 years old. So we decided to just bring it back from the brink of oblivion. Yeah. And it was Peterson and Son, Birmingham, England, wasn't it? And Debbie told us a story. Ooh. That's, yeah. Quite pleased with that now. And yes, it is warranted. It's guaranteed correct. Well, guaranteed Reggie correct. You know what I mean?